Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're gonna represent our play about Babylon civilization.
Presented by Jun Wang, Taurus King, and Tom Lin. Location and King. Babylonian civilizations of Mesopotamia is now in Iraq. That is the Tigris and Euphrates River basin, which is the fertile crescent hinterland. The king named Hammurabi built centralized authoritarian states. Influenced the following countries set up their countries alone.
Basically, the city in Babylon was quite complicated. First, to get inside the castle, everyone needed to pass 9 gates, which protect their castle from foreigners and enemies and make stronger security. So if someone has passed all the gates and already got inside the castle, streets were crossing each other like a chessboard. These streets that were crossing like a chessboard were constructed to let people to go their destinations easily. There was a street called Professional Street, and there was a palace and a sacred garden at the end of the street. This is because people at the time might thought sacred ground should be protected and not disturbed in order to worship their gods in a holy environment. Also, it has been told that near the palace there might have been a hanging garden. They placed the hanging garden near the palace because the queen wanted to have the nature near her, and the king wanted to console his wife by building the hanging garden for her. This shows that abundant money and materials could make the environment comfortable at that period, and this comfortable new environment could possibly make their wives happy, and happy wives could make their husbands happy, and they could have stronger relationships.
The main law of Babylon is the Code of Hammurabi. It is a well-preserved Babylonian law code, and it is the most representative of the cuneiform codex. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth is the most important principle. For example, if someone hurts you, just do the same thing to him. The Code of the Hammurabi maintains the dominance of the slave-owning class, protecting the interests of the ruling class to determine the private ownership, in addition to retain the homomorphism, the revenge principle, and ordeal habits. It's not only used by the ancient West Asian countries such as Hindi, Assyrian, and Lower Babylonia, but also had a certain influence on the Western legal culture by the Hebrew law.
Babylonians thought trading was a key point to become wealthier. This is because they didn't want to be outsiders in trading, but really wanted to be the center of the world trade. Because the empire supervised all the trade routes, that that made merchants to do trading safer from bandits. And this is because merchants will lose everything if they face bandits, and the empire is the only one who can protect them. This shows how the empire extremely needed and took care of the merchants. Also, they brought goods from countries such as Egypt, Europe, India, and Persia. Especially, they did lots of trading between India and Persia because those countries weren't that far and were close to the trading. First were the ones who determined the price. This shows that how Babylonians respected others while trading. Social classes and structures. We can divide Babylonian social classes by three types. The first one is Awilu, which means the upper class, Bushtanya, the lower class, and order were the slaves. Even the slaves had legal rights, such as they could be employed in the business, borrowing money, and also could buy freedom with a high amount of money, or if they pay all of their debts. Also, if a slave married a free people, including a widow or mushkenu, and also later had children, the descendants were free. This shows that Babylonians didn't really did it to slavers and gave similar opportunities for them to acquire freedom like others.
Agriculture intensification. Ancient Egyptians building large dams and reservoirs on the Nile in flood management, but Babylon chose another way. The floods brought a lot of things to Babylon, but the floods seems not a bad thing. They were able to use the water to watering grains, and crops that they have are vegetables, beans, peas, garlic, and so on. The agricultural assets at that time are the invention of ox-drawn plow, cropping, windmills, and wheel. Few inventions has extraordinary significance.
Basic style of building of Babylon was divided into four types. The first one is narrow. The second one is that lots of them were covered with flat lumber and roofs made by mud. The third one is mostly blocked by mud brick construction. If you see the picture at the left, and that's the one of the archaeological sites of Babylon, you can see this this site is marked by mud brick. Lastly, walls were connected by pilasters and alcoves. If you see the picture at the bottom, that's called Ishtar Gate. You can see there are pilasters which are standing vertically and alcoves. And this shows that Babylonians didn't only focus on building structures, but also they were attracted in art and loved it very much.
Military. Hammurabi fixed the relationship between the soldiers and executives in order to ensure that the rights and interests of the soldiers. The troop must obey orders and it must set off in the midst of the country without any irregularities, corrupt conduct, or violation, and punish. Make the soldier loyal to the nation, so the country will not be invaded easily. There are also some weapons at that time, such as leather or steel shields, bows, arrows, or flaming arrows. This weapon helped the country to fighting with other countries.
Development of science and writing. The writing that Babylon using which is cuneiform, named by English. The word mixed with coherence and form. From a word of survey and like other language, it was improving the symbol into words. The cuneiform was named by English of the word coherence and formal was come from Latin, but it was covered by Greek. It is also the one of the earliest language and writing comes out because from Mesopotamia. And it also from the start, the words need to be explained about they see and happens, improved till they using the words. Development science and writing. The science they covered, one of them is in the medical. They know how to heal people from ill they will analyze from experience and give them some pills and cream. Example like right now the modern society. If they find out some problem that is similar before the other patient, they will using same skill and analyze the problem they have and give some pills or creams. However, right now, if they find out some problem, they can use it by pills or creams or the technology they don't know how to, they didn't discover it. They were using exorcism. They were thought that the devil is inside of the patient body and try to use exorcism to to kick out the devil. Babylon belief. Babylon usually believe the god of rains or Meritage, and he is the god of Babylon people mostly believe. He decide people's destiny and planning all the gods' future. He is represent the water and all the plants need water to grow up, so if those items without water, it will die and cannot provide as a food for people. His people believe that he can manage the rain coming to the plant can grow up and keep provide us food. Also, he was using the last enemy to create universe, and using the last enemy pet could create human.